This is a pond I look after for a gentleman in his 80s over in Derby, and the heart is built in, or the pond is built in a heart shape, should I say. Now, at some time last year, somebody other than myself installed this bulb into that UV unit, which is not appropriate. That's for the likes of an insectocutor that you'd see in a butcher's shop or somewhere like that. And the pond had developed a load of algae and blanket weeds, so it was time to get the fish out this weekend into that vat to start the work in putting it right. So that is the blanket weed that's grown on the walls of the pond, and you can see how green the water is because the correct UV lamp has been removed and replaced with that insectocutor thing. So again, there's a picture of the shape of the pond, water being pumped out by my tank, or by my pump, into the tank down the bottom of the garden. A quick clip of the numerous fish. Now, I don't catch them until the water level is right down because I don't want to stress them. They've got the advantage when they're swimming around in the water. So once they are out, we set about the cleaning. This pond has developed a number of holes because the heron has been down and pecked holes in it, so I'm going to repair those as well. More of that later. There's a net over the holding tank in case the heron comes. Just a bit of a close-up there of the bottom of the waterfall where it's highly oxygenated and blanket weed growing quite profusely. There's a picture of the fish. The clips are a little bit out of order on this, I'm afraid, sorry. There's the pump. I can't do much about that rust, but if you look at the bottom of it, on the intake, it's all gunged up with algae. As per that, restricting the flow to the filter and the waterfall. Soon get that fixed. Boom. Then there's a picture of the liner. I haven't used the pressure washer on this because it's got problems with the liner. I don't want to cause any more problems by attacking it. Okay, I made some good progress here this morning, but I'm filming this from inside the shed now because it's rain literally in for the day. Now, I am going to call it here because I want that liner to be dry where I repair some new holes that the heron inflicted into the liner. So the fish are going to be overnight in the tank down there with a net over the top of them and a water pump just to keep some water moving about and oxygenated. And then tomorrow, when it's not raining, thoroughly dry that liner down with the wet and dry vacuum cleaner, and just a simple towel will do it, and then repair with my method the new holes that I found. I don't know how many years ago it was since I repaired those holes, but they are still fast and working. But I'm going to go over them anyway with the sealant that I use. There's no need to put patches of liner on. The method I use, using sealant, works perfectly. That is the pump cleaned out. We'll restore the flow of water up to the filter and the waterfall. So let's just not be working in rain. It's the only I don't mind getting wet, but you know, it's just keeping that area dry down there. So let's just be patient with it. Come back tomorrow. It'll give me a chance as well on my way home to pick up the UV bulb for that, and not a fly exterminator from a chip shop. Let's put the right one in for that model, 15 watts, and that water will be crystal clear, gin clear, see straight to the bottom of the pond. So that was a bit of an overview of being caught out with the weather. quick trip to the aquatic centre to pick up the appropriate bulb, which I will be fitting for the customer tomorrow, and we'll pick this video up in the part 2 of me repairing the holes that the heron has put into the liner.